and welcome to the Mission Kind podcast. My name is Diana Lucy, and I am your host. Today, I am honored to interview Iris, a body positivity influencer with an amazing message. She is known as Confident Beauties on Instagram and TikTok. Iris likes to make videos and posts encouraging people to love themselves and their bodies. She just makes the world a better place through her beautiful soul and is such a nice person. Please welcome Iris to the Mission Kind podcast. Hi Iris, welcome to the Mission Kind podcast. I'm so excited to have you as a guest on today's episode.
Hi, thank you. I'm really excited to be here.
Tell the audience about yourself. Who are you? What do you do?
Hi, I'm Iris. I'm a body positivity influencer. I like all the girly things, like trying on new cute outfits, jewelry, makeup, and I just love sharing that and really just trying to help other girls feel more confident and show them how to love themselves.
Wow, I love that. So cool. Could you share more about your journey with body positivity? What made you want to start spreading the kind messages online?
Well, I was really insecure growing up. I'm still growing up, but when I was younger, especially in middle school, I was always bigger than like all my friends. I've always been more curvy. And I had come across this video one time. It was like a YouTube short. I didn't even have Instagram then. And it was just kind of sharing how you don't have to, I don't know how to explain this. You can, no matter how you look, you can still choose to love yourself and feel confident. And that just changed my whole perspective. And I was like, other girls need to hear this too. So that kind of started it all.
Amazing. As someone who's more curvy myself, I find your content so inspirational and it's just amazing. How has your view on kindness for both yourself and others shaped who you are in your personal life as an influencer?
It shaped me in a lot of different ways. I feel like once I was able to truly love myself and learn to be kind to myself, I was able to love others in another level. And then as like an influencer, I was able to kind of share my experience with others as well, and just kind of use the inspiration that I had on days where if I didn't feel confident certain days, I could use that as inspiration to just share with others, because we all know what it feels like to just have those days where you're not feeling confident. Maybe you're like bloated or on your period and you're just like feel super ugly, you know? And I think a lot of people have been able to relate to that too, and it's been really cool being able to help others and hear their stories as well.
100% true. I totally agree. In your opinion, why is kindness important when talking about body positivity?
Loving yourself is extremely important. I feel like you really need to love yourself before you can love your body. And yeah.
Love that. All of us know that social media can be a positive or a negative space when it comes to pretty much any topic, but especially with body positivity content, there can be more negative sides at times. So, how are you kind to yourself and others on your public Instagram platform?
I've learned to definitely not compare myself when it comes to social media. I feel like that's definitely one of the negative aspects. Even if it's just like not so much about whether it's you're comparing yourself or your like body to someone else, or you're comparing your like followers or how many views, just to learn to be happy for others too. And it's at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter how many followers or how many likes or how many comments you get, and just learning to be happy for others. Yeah. And definitely I've learned to compliment others. I realized that this was a while ago, I was comparing myself to others on social media a little too much. So I just started complimenting every girl I saw, every person I saw on my For You page, and it really helped me a lot. Mm-hmm. Whether you're commenting or not, just really be happy for others and compliment them, because I can admire someone who's looks completely different than I do, because in the end, like, we're both beautiful. So
I love complimenting, and that is just so nice of you to do that. Yes, we're all beautiful people inside and out. What's a challenge you faced when trying to spread kindness on social media, and how do you stay grounded and motivated to keep spreading kindness?
Definitely hate comments, for sure. There's people who are just not very kind. Especially when I first started out, there'd be like men saying that I'm like fat or ugly, I need to like lose weight, and just like learn to just not let that get to you, because I know my truth. I know I'm not ugly like they're saying, and I I think there's a side of that people don't really talk about too, is like men sexualizing other women, especially if they're sharing really just like more body positivity. Maybe there are girls in a bikini just showing other girls that it's okay to like have stretch marks, and then just like the ugly, disgusting comments. That's one thing that I really did not expect. Like of course you're gonna expect that, but definitely it was disgusting to say the least. But yeah, just learning not to let that get to me, and honestly, like a lot of other people and DMs and people sharing how much I've been able to help them, like it was what really helped me to just move forward from that and not let that get to me. So
That is definitely not nice, and I'm so sorry that you went through that, but I hope by you spreading awareness that this can change over time for other women as well going through similar situations as you did. And yes, you always have to stay positive and just not let it get to you, as hard as it sounds to do that. I don't think that people truly understand how important it is to talk kindly about other people's bodies. So, how do you handle situations where people are being unkind or dismissive about your message?
yeah, it's really hard sometimes if it's like you gotta just delete the comment and move forward, like just but in my experience, when it comes to people just not being nice or talking kind about other people's bodies, even just like in day-to-day life, if someone's just not being nice, just to not let that get to you.
Definitely deleting and moving on is the right thing to do, and like you've been saying, just not letting it get to you. Definitely sad to get unkind comments about your body, and it's nobody's space to talk about that unless you've given them the permission to do so.
Yeah, especially when it comes to, because some people, I've learned to also just be kind, because some people don't realize how much their comments affect someone, especially if it's like, oh, if you've gained a few pounds and they notice and they mentioned it, maybe they don't realize how much that can hurt, or if they comment on how much you're eating. Like some people also have their own insecurities, so when they see someone else do something that's like an insecurity for them, like it's more of a reflection on them than it is on you too.
So true, and people reflecting their insecurities on others is just so unnecessary. Like, there is no need to bring someone else down because you're feeling down. Us girls have to lift each other up, and all of us do get insecure sometimes, but that shouldn't be something that you reflect onto others. And unfortunately, I do feel like that is how bullying starts most of the time, because they don't like you because they can't be amazing like you, and therefore they want you to be upset. And I have been insecure before because of things people have said to me, but now getting older, it's like, I just don't let it get to me anymore, because I do have more important things to worry about than what someone said about me or my body. But definitely, yes, on the inside, it's always going to hurt when someone says something unkind like that about your body. What is something you hope people will take away from your message of body positivity and kindness?
Definitely to love themselves, and because your body is like, it's like a home for your soul. So to really like love yourself, take care of yourself, and not let your insecurities stop you from living your life to the fullest. Like just wear the bikini and have a great time at the beach, and don't worry about like what people are thinking in their heads. Like just try to have a good time.
I love how you said your body is the home of your soul, because it really is, and your soul lies within you. So you have to be happy with your body, that way your soul is happy. And enjoying a day at the beach with your bikini on because it felt good wearing it is something everyone should take away from listening to this podcast episode. Doing something because it feels good to you and not caring about what other people are going to think about you, for sure. What are some ways you think people can start being kind to themselves when they feel insecure and they just want to compare themselves to others?
One thing they can do, affirmations. They've helped me a lot. Learning different ones or searching them up online, and like telling yourself that. A lot of people tell themselves in the mirror sometimes, like I'll just be going for a walk and like just tell myself, or if you catch yourself telling yourself something that's just very negative, just to kind of like catch yourself and try to tell yourself something nice instead. And then wear clothes that you really love, you really like, you feel confident in, and self-care, whatever that looks like for you.
Definitely, those are all great ways to start, and I love the affirmations so much because I've actually personally started doing them myself, and they really, really help. Even though it's just reading one small line that says something, it changes everything within you. Last but not least, I usually ask my podcast guests to challenge people to do kind things for others, but today I'm going to ask you, what is one kind thing you challenge the listeners to do for themselves?
Do something to show yourself love. Like Valentine's Day is coming up. I mean, it may have already passed by the time people are watching this. But yeah, whether that's just like going for a walk, reading your favorite book, or just putting on a little lip gloss, like, yeah.
Well, thank you so much for being on the Mission Kind
Thank
podcast.
you.
Thank you for listening to the Mission Kind podcast. Join us next Monday for another amazing episode. Have a great day, and don't forget to be kind today and always.